Well, actually, there we go. Now it lives because it has audio, because for some reason when I do it this way, it has to come up with the audio stuff separately. Not entirely sure. Just sort of does that sort of thing. But in the meantime... there we go. In the meantime, I was asked by a guy by the name of AO. I don't know if that's supposed to be a reference to something or what, but what I do know is that he had some ACs that he wanted to try it out. So, since they were a little bit late for the submission thing, while this is pulling up the recovered version of the sheet, we're gonna go ahead and just test them against random stuff. Because, why not? Okay, first off, let's put Marygate in this. This thing kind of looks like the Marygate. Alright, between the two of these, I'm gonna say this is probably going to the aggression. Next, hopefully pull this thing up. Yeah, it looks like it saved most of it. Sorry for cutting out the fight there. There you go.
Like only 2 buildings in the whole place, and they managed to get stuck on them every time.
Yeah, the AI is an outright miracle as far as that stuff goes. It's kind of amazing. I don't know, they just seem to want to do everything without bothering with pathfinding. Kind of like every single time they had figured, okay, we'll do destructible terrain, and then it never works out. Not how they intended anyway, until finally on Verdict Day they're like, okay, fine, it's not destructible anymore, we'll just friggin' do terrain. Okay, yeah, the aggression won it. Alright, who's next? Nomicon. That makes me think of Silver Fox. We'll go ahead and test it against that. Where is Silver Fox these days? Deliverance? Okay.
Silver Fox or Silver Fix?
Silver Fox. Did I type it wrong again?
In the spreadsheet you have it Silver Fix.
Well, it's the, you see, it's the combination of Silver Fox and Flying Fix. I guess they just went ahead and shipped those two together. You know, canon, one true pairing, or whatever the hell that saying is. Yeah, there we go. They just went and had tank babies or something. They're actually surprisingly similar. So this could go either way still. Because he might pull out those verticals at any point and suddenly remember that he has an absurd amount of firepower. Alright, there we go.
Well, if he was smart, he'd be using those verticals when he's behind the hill.
Right? Could be getting perfect shots off right now. Come on, Silver Fox. Actually, speaking of, there was a cool thing as far as AIs went. Are you familiar with Stephen Javelina Lewis off the Facebook page?
I'm not.
Okay, he kind of pops up every now and then with different Silent Line AIs. Like, he just sort of comes up out of nowhere, like, I made AIs for this, that, and the other thing, and then cool stuff happens. I have this thing against the green banana roach. But yeah. So, most of his stuff is pretty surprisingly accurate. Like, basically, he does the opposite of what I do and remakes, like, late 3rd gen stuff in early 3rd gen. So, yeah, he actually put together an arena, basically in Silent Line you can take your AIs that you've pretty much nurtured up from the point that they cracked out of whatever egg they come out of, and yeah, basically made them into a fightable arena, or like 6 of them. So there's been like a challenge going around to try and go through and beat all of them without taking a loss. So I was gonna be trying that after this. Okay, I can't tell if that's the music or a kid's toy going off somewhere. That little whoop whoop sound. Gotta say, there's some definite creepiness to kids' toys some days. And yeah, the green banana roach cannot just... it cannot have a good day. Hang on, is that a kid's toy? No, that's actually in the music. It sounds just like this little piano thing that my kid has. Alright. And then we got Hellbent and Nazca.
Holy crap.
Huh?
Oh, I was just looking at... He has that massive laser cannon on his back.
Let's put him against the Tyrant. Yeah, it's got the LX. It's probably going to win. As soon as there's an LX, the AI just doesn't know what to do. It's like, ooh, my best friend, giant laser beam to the face. And then they, you know, just like run straight into it. Even if they're well out of the way to dodge it, they will go out of their way to eat that thing. It's kind of bizarre. It's like they decided to put it in backwards or something.
There we go.
Yep.
You tried any of the quad ACs with the railgun glitch?
Which one? Do you mean like where they fire the railgun and fire it later? Because I don't know if that's a glitch or an intended feature, or is there actually like a different glitch?
Oh, I was talking about the one where you charge it on the ground, they can fire it in midair once it's charging.
Oh yeah, no, I don't know if that's an intended feature or not, but it's really cool how it does that. There's actually the grasshopper I was talking about earlier does that really consistently. It's basically the quad bazooka or octuplet bazookas and railgun. All right, there we go. There's another win, and then the last one. I think that should go against the Proto Exus. Or you know what? Zenaida. Let's go against Zenaida. He hasn't had a thing yet. Similar loadouts. Maybe put it in here. And alright, now we can...
The ultimate Zenaida.
Yeah, this is like 1.5 Zenaida. It's a combination of her ultimate version and her basic one. Because her core is flat out unavailable. The Python is unavailable, but it's pretty much her... I forget exactly what it was. It's just a combination of both of them that kind of works more or less similarly. She doesn't do as many aerial maneuvers, but sometimes she does. Like, sometimes she'll do the whole hopping in front of you and going all over the place thing, and then she'll be swapping weapons all over the place. I have no idea what the hell's going on, because they both have that similar loadout. I'm seeing the missiles and machine gun, and I think that top left one's AOs. It's hard to tell. Pew 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 pew. Out comes the Magnum.
You feel lucky, punk.
Exactly. Have her fight Trigger 99 as he goes on another killing spree. Alright, let's look at the spreadsheet here. So I think this saved everything from last time. I think. Let's double check save because I'm not sure. Yeah, I think Boyle was the last one. Weren't we about to do one of them here? Like, oh yeah,
Fragile versus
yeah, Fragile. True. Okay, warp time and Old King. That didn't get saved. Okay, that's the last autosave. All right, so warp time and okay, Fragile. Crap! I just had a brain fart here. Was he fighting again?
I don't remember. I just remember Fragile.
Alright, let's see. Strung and that didn't quite... Okay, yeah, Strung and Huntress didn't get saved. We'll mark them off. I actually have the spreadsheet up right now, although... Hang on. Move this. I do have it up, it's just... Move to top. There we go. Apparently nothing decided to save. What the hell? Okay.
Yeah, definitely need to save that surprising victory for Huntress.
Right? He had no reason to win that. Just Strung got a little bit caught up. Betrayed by his own weapons. As you do.
Oh no, maybe he had Parkinson's and he just hitting the brain on a button to switch weapons. Ah!
No, my AC blue screened. Isn't the banana roach? Could be. I just want to double check here on the list, make sure I'm not forgetting some. Oh, Crackin! That's who it was. Crackin versus Fragile. Alright. Do that.
I don't remember who Crackin was.
Crackin's one of the arena guys from Nexus. This is his quad version. He has two different ones. One's a two-legged, another one's a quad-legged, and it's weird because usually anybody that asks for something at a Nexus gets annoyed at the fact that I picked the wrong one, but I find it a lot easier because I can just go and basically pick whichever one I want to go with. It's like, these are the parts that are available! Okay, that one's the one that's getting made. Like, I swear, I think a good all but one of those times it's been the same thing of like, no, I meant the other version exactly. Alright, Wavis Canyon. There we go. Go for that dual screen situation over here. Alright, I'm gonna say Crackin, because Fragile has a very, very obvious issue. In that his pulse cannons are just not gonna work with his build at all. But that's kind of part of his original charm. No part of his AC works. So yeah, like you were asking before it blue screened, basically, yeah, this is the guy from Mojito. He's a total chump. You can hire him a few other times. Actually, you can't hire him if he's dead, obviously, but you can hire him if he's alive. He has a tendency to get himself killed off all the time. And, yeah, he's kind of crap. He's a fun challenge run, though. Oh, there he goes. If you ever want an interesting run of 3 in Silent Line, just try to beat it as Fragile. Let's see, Fragile, Crossback, I mean, Little Bear is just the starter AC, but worse. Who else? Ori's a pretty fun one, although that only works for Silent Line. Then again, he's also basically an S-rank build, so whatever. Okay.
Yeah, Fragile just done goofed with that entire build. Like, let's use a pulse rifle with all Mirage parts. That's
not just
AC build.
Not just one pulse cannon, 2 of them.
That's right, he did have 2.
So he, like, his natural state is just low on energy. So he basically has to ditch one. The entire run of that was just ditch friggin' shoulder cannons at the start of everything. And then do everything with a rifle. That's good stuff. It's good stuff. Ooh, we can do, well, I think, hang on, we've done Werehound versus Einhander before. Let's see here. What is a really sucky tank here? Because we got Castor, who's somehow in this. Then we can do Castor versus Vixen. They're both really bad at what they do.
I'm trying to remember Castor, but I have a hard time believing Vixen can really beat any. Like,
that is the literal only reason that he's here. For one of those times when somebody probably has no chance to win against anything else. But okay, Castor is this guy. As in the, I'm gonna backstab you in a tank guy. He's in the early arena of AC3. His, like, literally his whole shtick is just somehow he's gonna get behind somebody and stab them with a tank. And he's got, like, no speed.
that was in his description, right?
Yep, that is his exact description. So yeah, he's got no speed to speak of. He just, like, slowly crawls forward. We got a crappy.
You're still gonna win. He's gonna run out of ammo, and I don't remember him being good with the blade either.
He sucks with the blade. I mean, he's got pulse cannons, but his default version almost never uses them. Because he always wants to go for the blade. So, he might win this. Obviously, his original version didn't have the MG core, but, you know, I wanted to at least make him semi-viable. Also, wow, the dragon is such a piece of crap. It's like, check it out, I got BB gun damage on my really expensive laser rifle. Oh, man. The Vixen got shafted so hard. It's like a combination of all the worst parts.
Yeah, the director was like, you know what? I hated him in Project Phantasma. I'll make him as unviable as possible in these iterations.
Right? Like, their whole thing was just like, we don't want to do the cool thing anymore, we want to do the functional thing now. Like, there's no way that thing can work. It's got no weapons. It's based off an MT. And then Castor somehow got himself a win. Which is just something that should never happen. Wait. Oops.
It's all in the programming. Wreck Vixen.
Exactly. Exactly. Kinda want to do another Vixen fight just to see if he gets eliminated. I mean, starter race...
do. You have him on here, don't you?
I do? Yeah, I do. Ha ha ha. He's right over here. I do versus Vixen.
Versus Vixen to see who wins.
Alright, can do. Ow. Crap. Just remembered I had friggin' painfulness in my foot. Alright, let's get this taken off of here. Yeah, Dew has his own squad here. Came in here with the real champions. He's got all these chumpos with him. Also, 9ball's here. Actually might do 9ball versus Crimson Corpy, but we'll see.
I'm surprised you didn't put Doral on that list.
Doral is also on his own list. He's actually over... Where the hell is he nowadays? Doral, where are you? Somewhere... Yeah, he's an underdoge. So... Yeah, he's over here. Unfortunately, the 3089 Rusty Taurus is already removed. Alright, let's go down to Vixen. He's an awesome, despite, you know, I mean, he looks awesome, I guess. In, like, a weirdly flamboyant way. I guess it's weird on the design. Like, the whole idea with, you know, he's all aggressive and like bent on world domination, all this other crap, and it's like he comes out in a friggin' pink AC. It's just, I don't know. Something seems weird there.
Well, he's overcompensating for something.
Yeah, I guess so. He's just like in there, like decked out like a metalhead, but wearing a tutu. Should be the new canon look for Stinger. But no,
I'm gonna be the emperor of the world with this AC I inherited from my mom because my sister didn't want it.
Oh man, that makes more sense than anything else. So I want to point out, he's consistently lost to all the starter ACs, so I won't even be surprised if Adu just kicks him in the balls here. Oh, he's already doing so too. Because that friggin' dragon's probably going to be out of shots long before the fight ends. Friggin'...
Like, with his speed, you could easily make him focus on using that blade of his.
Right? He's set for close-range blading, too, which is the weird part. He just really likes that dragon. Oh wow, he actually managed to pull it back a little bit. I mean, he's got the better blade, he's just sucking with it. I think it's mostly just because he's moving around, the Taurus actually takes a lot more energy than it should. So, he doesn't really even have the energy to swing it half the time. And this was probably the most forgiving energy setup I could have given him. Yep. I think Vixen's actually getting eliminated by frickin' a dew. Oh man, also I just noticed I have the tiny screen up for you, sorry. Probably looks microscopic on your space computer there. Oh man. Alright.
That's like the ultimate insult, losing to a dew.
Right? Alright, Vixen.
Like, look, Daddy, I won one, finally!
Can I come back in the house now? No, son.
Not to beat Vixer.
You sit out there and you eat your grass. He's just grazing because they didn't want to buy him food. Check it out. I found a caterpillar. Fed for a week. Alright. What about... Why not have, like, Rhodey kill off the Sahelanthropus? Kinda wanna have something kill off the Sahelanthropus. Things are way too stupid to exist.
What's Controller 3?
Controller 3?
Yeah, what is that?
Well, first of all, let me load up a team here. Controller 3, I want to say... I believe he's the one of the guards, one of the controller guards. Because number 1 is the one that you fight in the lab, and then there's the 2 guards from the controller. And then I wanted to do a 4th one. Actually, I did have a 4th one at another point. That was the one that guards the power core. Also, the dual face is going to be the new referee for the moment. He's going to sit here. Alright, let's pull up Metal Gear.
But is it really dual face, or is it Malikudu?
It's supposed to be Genobi. If he loses, we'll blame Mollycoddle, or Koodle, whatever.
They ever explain what the deal was about him?
No, and I tried to find if there was any answer anywhere, and it didn't seem like it. There's just... He just sort of found it lying around, I guess, I don't know. The wiki didn't have any clarification on it. You know what? I got requested to do a Wily Tank earlier, let's just do that. And of course, it's this stupid thing, so it has to be in the desert. Yeah, the Wily Tank's one of those randos from Nexus. There's a lot of those. I think Nexus probably takes the cake on just like randos showing up with no explanation. Especially love the one that's like an AC fight where you literally just shoot the helicopter and he falls into a pit and that's the end of the fight. Oh, please don't lose to this stupid thing. Okay, well, I mean, the missiles are doing alright. It's getting damage in. Goodbye, stupid thing. Ultimate shark jumping technology.
You're like, yeah, this match is already over. I don't need to watch the ending.
Alright, let's, go ahead and give you a loss. I'm surprised there aren't any chat messages. It's like it's ghosts. Who knows? Where are you, Wily Tank? You already had a win. You know what? Should I just make 2 wins gold? Yeah, I think 2 wins are gonna be gold. Just to show that they're doing really well. In that case, where is he?
I thought that would be more of a silver, and gold would be a 3-win or something.
This is true, this is true. Silver. There we go. Oh, hi, Azur. Yeah. It might be unusually low quality. I don't know, I set everything to the highest that it technically would let me do. So I don't know what to do with that. Okay. What about Einhunter versus Mobius? Deliverance. 720 is average as far as streams go. Oh, so I guess it's higher quality. Oh man. Stick that on the advertisement tag. We're pretending it's good quality.
I was actually surprised that Twitch supported that resolution.
Really? Well,
Yeah, normally it goes in like the standards from like 480p, 720p, then jumps up to 1080, and some of them support 1440.
Huh. I don't know, I just kind of set it as whatever it was already at, so I don't really know what it specifically does. Like, it works. That's what I know. Alright. So this is the slightly more competent version of Mobius. His AI has been made better, his loadout is functional for Formula Front. And, yeah. Einhunter as doing his whole Einhunter thing. Fixer, whatever. That's what I should have him listed as. Oh no. Those extra 46 or whatever P's are causing lag. The quality is too high. If only. So he's probably going to rely on his Selenas, I would think. All things considered, Mobius has far more consistent damage. Fixer's got the kind of powerful hits, though. Ooh. Wow, I think Mobius might win it. If he doesn't spend the entire time staring at a wall. Yep. The Selena's AI requirements are bizarre. Yeah, by the way, his tracking and versus ECM are pretty much maxed out without giving him a radar. And pretty much giving him a radar just made him a laser and missile build, which wasn't terribly fun, so, you know, he might lose track of what's going on. But it's fine, he's too distracted by his own awesomeness. That's the story we're going with. It's like, I'm too amazing. I see my reflection in this wall over here. They made it super shiny because it's the future. You know what? Don't have the frame skip on 1. Yeah, you know what? Sorry, this was entirely my fault for the lag. Should have been on, it didn't update to frame skip 2 as a standard because it blue screened out last time. My bad. Holy crap, Mobius is actually gonna win it. Unless he gets suddenly moonlighted. Oof. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Holy crap. Yeah, Mobius wins it. Okay, I was expecting him to get wiped out there. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, let's pull up the sheet here. You guys got any requests? Exactly. Although those large rockets have actually won him several fights. Alright. Let's go ahead and reset who's where here. Might do Necron versus Ace.
The thing shame about Ace's build, because I absolutely love his Human Plus iteration. It's so well balanced.
Right? It's weird that they actually balanced it out for, you know, for that exact thing. But such is life. Actually, I think 1111, etc. should probably go against BB. Their builds are pretty similar.
Ever tell you what BB stands for?
Extreme second place potential? I don't know.
Because I know they said they wasn't above cheating to win. And I was thinking of like Max Payne's definition of BB, backstab and bastard.
I was gonna say brutal bastard, but yeah, that's... Huh, true. True. You know what, that just needs to be canon now. Backstab and bastard. Although he really likes spread bazookaing in the crotch. I'm sure there's nothing to read into there. Moving on. Let's go ahead and do 1111 versus BB then.
Well, I guess it has to do with his build. There's little subtle hints that show how small it is. After all, tiny head for her.
True, true. Where is he? Carnivore? Okay. Yeah, I've been looking at that. Tiny head and his little, kind of a frail little body there. He forgot to eat for like a year. Never went to the gym or lifted anything.
No, he just did leg exercises.
Yeah, he just hopped up and down a bunch. Thought he was gonna do the whole One Punch Man thing. Just like hopping around a bunch, I think was part of it. I just remember that. I haven't seen much of it. I just constantly remember that one scene where he's like going and trying out for stuff. And they're like jumping up and down, and he like jumps and it's like his head smashed through a roof.
Yeah, I only made it that far in it. I tried reading it, but that's definitely something you want to watch rather than read, like Dragon Ball Z.
It's one of those, like, I was just like, went and looked at the different compilations of different stuff, and like, yeah, I got the general gist, this is pretty cool, okay, bye. Like, I don't know if I have enough time to go through every little bit of it, but this looks pretty funny. I've been amused. I will say though, speaking of exercises, you know, one thing that gets joked about a lot is the whole like dad fitness thing. I never realized how true that was until like my kid's almost a year now, and you do a lot of child lifting. Like you get a pretty weird amount of upper body strength from just like lifting and putting the kid down all day.
You cut out there.
Oh, I was just saying you can get weirdly fit from lifting a child up and down all day. Just kind of weird. Oh wow, 1-1-1-1-1-1-1. Earned a 1 and not a 0. And we'll let that joke just fester in its suckiness. Soft spot for the giant bazooka, definitely. Okay, BB, you go rip and suck. That sounds like, you know, that sounds like something somebody's probably doing for Valentine's Day today. Whatever it means.
Trying to think of anything with rip in it. At least nothing sexual.
Oh man, reminds me of the unfortunate visit to the New Game Plus NSFW section the other day. Somebody posted up some kind of anime thing of just like some lady ripping apart in teeth. It's like, oh god, that is disturbing looking. Nobody needs to see friggin' teeth boobies. It's like one of those things you just click on to be horrified, and then your entire day seems better.
I'd say the worst thing I've ever seen is the girl who has like holes in her hands.
Ugh.
For whatever reason, she sticks more things in more holes. And then her mom walks in, and by then she looks like Jabba the Hutt, and she has like the table, the chair, the television, all stuck in her. Yeah, I'm like, oh my god. And the ending buddy's mom, I couldn't find anything else to stick in me.
Wow. That's different. Alright.
During this time where I was purposely just going through the 4chan, like, let's see how horrified I can get here.
Right? Some days. Alright, let's do Vola Volant against Twin Head. As they should be called, instead of the Patriot. Ah, crap. Speaking of which, I forgot to fix Metal Wolf again. Ah. Plus side, I don't think I've actually left the spreadsheet sitting on top of things today. So, that's something. Alright. Whole line range. But yeah, so as for Azur's comment here on the giant bazooka, like yeah, it has really good DPS potentially, but it's like one of those ones. It's either amazing DPS or you have a very, very nice paperweight. Alright, so I think this is probably going to go to Volant. Basically, Volant's much less resistant to that pulse rifle than the Patriot would be to, I think that's his sniper rifles. I don't know what the gender is on whatever they are. I want to say his. Nope, looks like the Patriot's going to lose it. No, something about football, but I don't know much about football. I don't know. You know anything about football? Alright, there we go.
Not really. No, I did watch Super Bowl game last weekend. And it was only funny because there was like 3 Patriots fans and the rest of them were just voting for the Eagles.
Well, there we go. Those 3 are now even more upset because the Patriot just got taken out. There we go, made a football joke.
One guy was boasting about, like, because he had, like, some kind of bet on, like, how the game would end. And he could have potentially won $50,000 if the Eagles had scored in the last 4 minutes. His face just went pale.
Oh, man. It always sucks when that doesn't happen, though. Alright, let's do...
I would have felt bad for him, but he'd just been boasting the entire game, and his wife was telling him, would you shut up and just watch the game?
Fair enough. Fair enough. Let's see, we got Wildcat, we got... Ernst over here. Probably don't want to have those 2 fight yet. Yeah, it's about it. This is probably gonna have to be the last fight here. Because there's stirring going on in the background. So why don't we do...
What's the Mercmobile?
Mercmobile? That is the poster boy for Verdict Day. Let's do Mercmobile versus... Wildcat. Why not? Okay. Make that happen. Alright, and that is on Murky Waters. Basically, this is kind of a weird version of the thing, because what he is in Verdict Day is like a chemical machine gun, because they have that whole 3-type damage thing. So he's got pretty much an acid machine gun, shield, and a sniper cannon on the back, which is pretty much inviolable for anything, really. You pretty much get the worst of all worlds in that case, because like he has a shield, so he's a good kicker, that's fine, but he's on heavy legs instead of reverse joints, so he can't take much advantage of it. He's got basically a sniper cannon on a really low stability setup, so it takes him a while to actually fire that thing. Not to mention he gets stunned while using it. And then he's basically got a machine gun that's got too little damage to actually pierce through anything on its own. Like, the way that the stagger damage works on that one, it's supposed to be something along the lines of, say you've got, like, friggin', you know, heavy damage, like armor breaking weapon, and then you reduce their damage because they're staggered, or you reduce their defense because they're staggered, and then you go in with the DPS weapon. It's a cool system. I've heard a lot of people complain about the maps as not taking very good advantage of that, and that's very true, because it's supposed to be more of a cover shootery kind of thing, and they decided to go for a lot more open maps for some reason. Like, I wasn't sure at first, but yeah, 5 had the better maps. Verdict Day was supposed to be kind of almost like an expansion pack for 5, but then it ended up replacing it, and then they shut down the servers for 5, and the whole thing was just handled really poorly. So, like, Verdict Day had a cool story and stuff, but the mechanics, they weren't utilized to their best effect, let's just say. PvP's fun.
Hopefully the new Armored Core game should be good.
Yeah. Like, as much as ACD2 gets mad at me for ever mentioning it, I think it's... I really think all of the stuff recently is all pointing to it being a thing. It seems very likely.
I'm just worried that it's going to kind of go mainstream to get a bigger audience.
As long as they still have customization, and if it keeps the online going a little while longer. I mean, hopefully it won't go that mainstream, but whatever. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, it's From. They kind of have... It's weird because they managed to both become somewhat mainstream, but also get accepted for doing non-mainstream stuff. Alright, there we go. Wildcat wins it. And, by the way, this is an improved version of the Wildcat. I probably should have mentioned that earlier. Because he's got the core rifles, because I figure he's crazy and pops more rifles into his core, and the little ones are waking up, so that'll have to be that. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for your co-commentary.
Oh, no problem.
And, yeah, see anybody that wants to show up tomorrow. Alright, see you then. Bye.
See you.